Alright, so I believe I'm live again. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck happened when I was trying to do what the fuck I was trying to do. But yeah. We back at it. A crack addicts. What were we doing? Motherfucking listening to music, that's what the fuck we I was trying to figure out what music I could actually get away with listening to. Close this. Um Get my funny on yeah, you can't trust nobody. Yeah. Alright, so what are we doing? I have no idea. My farewell. 9 hours ago. Oh, she's leaving the network. Well, that sucks. Yes, I'm fully aware I'm live. Alright, so I wonder what they say is trending for music. Um I looked at this yesterday and it gave me a different list of things. Top 100 songs in the United States. Nah, I'd rather just find the music I'm looking for by myself. Global videos, top 100. Usher's Tiny Desk. I never listened to this. What is this?
I don't know when this is gonna drop, but I got
That will play, but this won't play. Huh. Let me see. I'm learning, boys.
Should I do exactly what I feel inside? I don't wanna go, don't need to say, but I really need to get it together. You make me wanna leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship with you. This is what you do. Think about her and all the things that come along with it. You make me strong, baby, yeah. Incredible moment, and as I said, music, right? Or being able to sing and just be joyous. It's something about that that just ties us and brings us together. So I'm gonna let him take this one because this was his challenge. All right, you got it? Yes, I'm ready for this. There it goes, ladies and gentlemen. My number one. Spotlights, big stage, 50,000 fans screaming in a rage. Bodyguards and limousines. This is the way I see you in my dreams. Paparazzi flash 100 pictures all of you hanging on my bedroom wall. I'm a kid again, I feel like 13. What I mean, since we fell in love, girl, I'll be your groovy baby. Oh, you are my superstar, yeah. Number one fan, give me your autograph, sign it right here on my heart. I'll be there, I'll be your groovy baby. Oh, you are my superstar, yeah. Number one fan, I'll be all that I.
Let's look at some memes. Try not to laugh. I would look like. Let me see. Let's see if it's any good ones. 7 hours ago. Is this a re-upload? 3 days ago. Alright, let's see. Don't I have to record myself? Uh. Um. Let me see. Hold on. You gotta record to try not to laugh, right? Oh, fuck that shit.
Excuse me, sir. Can we talk to you for a second? Don't talk into this mic and win $10.
What? Poor man.
The fuck?
The man they arrested in Penfield today is the same man who has allegedly been licking girls' feet at bookstores and libraries.
Listen, I'm being set up by the president, Barack Obama.
What the? Who's there?
Bitch, I'm just the cameraman. They sell this here?
Yeah, that's your brand.
Damn.
Whoa, what the hell?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Y'all, guess what? I just checked the weather. And we have a chance of rain 2 days later on this week. And since we got a 10th last night, it's getting pretty. Two days later on this week. And since we got a 10th last night, it's getting pretty.
Okay. I laughed at the last one. I laughed at this one. Hold on, not this one.
Chance of rain 2
The
days
joint where he scared the female. I laughed at that one.
later on this week. And since we got a 10th last night, it's getting pretty.
That shit is funny.
Are you sure you do that happen?
Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah, well, Canada runs on Timmy's, eh? So fuck off with your fat ass Krispy Kreme bullshit there, eh, bud? Get yourself a real coffee. Fuck.
What am I doing here? What is this? It's to be. Get out of here. Get clapped on. What is this?
Inflation continues to bitch slap the American family, and that includes at the dinner table.
There ain't no way that shit real. There ain't no way. If you get your goddamn.
What the fuck is that?
Peter.
Oh man, you good? Dude, go.
No! Oh, man! Dude!
Take a Larry up your bucket.
Oh, God.
I walked them in. I put the buckle in.
What the heck?
I have the buckle in.
Oh!
I had you looking in the wrong section. How could I be so stupid?
Yes. Yes. So much yes. Look at him. Look at him go. His energy is just so much. Who is he? Who? Would you get these? Where'd you get these? Get the.
What the fuck, dude? You're gonna act like that was a cop?
Sorry.
No, seriously, get out of here.
What?
Yo, you break my... Did the air conditioner fall out the window?
What the fuck is going on right? What the fuck? Down! Oh my God. You gonna crash, bro? There's a fucking ride this shit. He's gonna get hit by a car, man. Oh my God.
Nobody likes me anymore. It's these stupid beats.
Oh, now come on. I bet they're not so bad.
What the hell? This bitch done lost her rabbit ass mind. This dumbass grown bitch done lost her man.
You unzip, you go to the urinal, and you touch yourself.
We've received a lot of rain overnight. A lot of the canals around Jemison Park. Just slow down, buddy. Otherwise you go... Woo. Slow. Oh, fucking come on. Fucking you. Oh, excuse the language, but that's a smart ass if ever I've seen one.
Coba buat CPKTNWT biar cepat ke pesawatnya. Yakin kau? CPKTNWT.
Been really ripe opportunity, but I think Q4 is going to be even bigger for us.
Yeah, Frank, do you have those projections for Q3?
Yeah, let me pull them up right here real quick. I'll pull them up at you. Oh, my brakes!
Hey, Frank, are you okay, man?
Oh, my brakes! Oh, my brakes!
Bro, have you seen Joe? Have you seen Joe, bro?
Who's Joe?
Joe Mama!
That is a fat ass fucking cat. That's sad. That's crazy.
Where is the Italian?
Aw, man. This shower head doesn't have enough pressure.
Yo, y'all actually still believe in gravity? Just walk on a...
I hate that video.
Peter,
Yo, what the fuck?
the horse is here.
There's a video game where you can turn off women?
I don't need a video game for that.
All right, bro. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot to get my water.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Dog. Dog. Cat. Bat. Rat. Ape. Fly. Bee. Pig. Hog. Hen. Eel. Ant.
Frog.
Unbelievable.
Something found in a refrigerator.
Milk.
Milk. A brand of gasoline.
Shell. Mobile.
Regular.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Something that comes with a summer storm.
Rain.
Snow.
Sounds right. All right, we're not out of the woods yet. Let's see what your brother can do.
I got good news and bad news.
It's all bad news.
Give me the bad news first.
The bad news is your brother thinks it snows in the summer and is pretty dicey on 3-letter words. Bring him back. Here we go.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Dog, cat, just say something normal.
Alligator.
Where's my goodnight kiss, Kylo? Where is it? Okay, thank you. You can go. Yeah, that's it. That's enough. Just one's enough. Just one's enough.
There he goes. Good luck on your own, buddy.
So my lesbian friend and her girlfriend came over today and gave me my early birthday gift. And I don't want to be ungrateful or sound ungrateful, but it's not what I meant when I said I want to.
I added eggs to bananas. Look at how delicious it is.
Okay, drop the gun. Do not fucking move.
Sounds like the police to me.
You ain't gonna grab his shoulder.
This is classic right here.
Get that shit! Get that shit! Get that shit! Get that shit!
What is up with this thing? Someone's mom said no. Hold on. What is that? Oh my god!
It's 7 in the morning.
Are you ready? We're going barrel. Hey! Who made the burger?
What happened?
Who made the burger?
What happened?
It's fucking delicious, man! Hey! Awesome shit! I love you guys!
Oh crap, Brandon, you caught a biggin. Dang. What the? Hey. What the? Alright, see you later, buddy.
1,000 times better than you, and you guys cannot accept that a girl can just be good at video games. And you guys can keep on hating while I'll continue to make clips like these.
Yeah, Rob S. Oh yeah, my phone screen cracked, and I don't. Well, no, I figured out how to keep my cash apps in my shit. I don't fucking know. But if anyone cashed at me in the past week and a half, probably gonna get sent back to you because I think like past the time limit to accept it. Fucking phone's fucked up, but it's all good.
And it's rotating, so it should be fine.
Wait, I need to go back to the other clip. Talking a lot of shit.
Better than you, and you guys cannot accept that a girl can just be good at video games. And you guys can keep on hating while I'll continue to make clips like these.
And it's rotating, so it should be fine.
And by the way, there's some oh shit. There's some very good video game players. She's just not one. Right. Just telling me. The ganja has a lot of potential.
Oh my god. Ginger? Oh. Hey.
Cuidado.
Appreciate y'all fucking with me. Alright. Yeah, appreciate it. No, I'm saying, my Cash App set up so where if I don't accept it after a certain amount of time, it'll cancel it. I don't know if it's still like that. I have no fucking idea.
Nah, it's not funny. I've got school. Nah, I'm not laughing. I've got school. Nah, has he drawn on my face?
Nigga low, I got the game on, cuz. Y'all niggas broke, y'all niggas bombs, y'all niggas ain't shit. You see the shit, my nigga, I'm on the fucking game right now, low.
Haram. Haram, mein Lieber, haram.
What the fuck is going on in this neighborhood? We don't get down like.
The horse is here.
You look like you're here with a bunch of friends. Are these all your friends?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well then why are you here? Do you like Chicago Sky? It looks like you do.
I have never heard of this group. I have never heard of this.
You've never heard of Sky basketball, the women's team?
No.
You know they won the championship, right?
No.
You didn't know that? Well, now you do.
No, I do, but I still don't really know anything else.
All right, do you know who the Sky is playing today?
No.
What are you looking forward to today with this group?
The buffet.
يعطيكم الصحة والله.
Fuck, du ligger afslappet. Fuck, du slapper meget af.
Thank you.
What the hell are you doing, cat?
Many people are afraid to eat meat for fear of gaining weight. So, I invented this meat fat reduction device. The design is very human. We only need to put the meat on the machine, then start the switch. Let the meat move to reduce their fat, so we don't have to worry about gaining weight by eating meat. Very easy to use.
Kake væk. Okay. That's good.
What do you want?
A chocolate.
You want what?
What chocolate?
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah. I've just started this calypso. It is fucking minging. Paradise Punch Lemonade. It is fucking minging. Suck your dad.
Hey, can I get the keys to the truck?
Keys to the truck, what time is it?
About 10:30, 11.
The fuck you finna go fuck?
Hell yeah, shit, I'm trying to.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep calm. It's only a spike. It'll soon stabilize.
Number 15, baby.
I'm saying cheeseburger. Y'all see this? I'm saying I look like I'm from Minecraft or Roblox because I don't. And stop making fun of how I walk. I don't walk like them. Look.
He wants a totally normal peanut butter cracker. I do. Nom, 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 nom.
Hey, son.
Grandpa, what are you calling me for? I'm busy.
I'd like you to come over here and rub my inner thigh with those little cute.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Checkmate. Ah, shit. I gotta head out, though. Alright. See ya. See ya, man.
Niggas walk out of a cave?
I'm here to help.
Nigga walk out of a cave?
If you ever having a bad day, just remember that there's a brighter side. It may not be that day or the next week or the next month or the next year.
Right.
Or to make it may
Watch another video for more funny memes. Thanks for watching.
I want to know what like true video game making is. Let me see. What's that gaming in? Alright, see, these are the times where I need my homeboy Juan. Juan knows all about these realistic engines.
Today we're going to talk about 15 upcoming games that will be made in the new next-gen game-making toolset or engine known as Unreal Engine 5. Now there have been some really exciting advancements in game making and graphical technology, so we wanted to highlight some. And just note, we're not going to hit on games that we haven't really seen yet. Like we know a new Tomb Raider and a new Witcher game have been both announced to be Unreal 5, but we haven't actually seen quest after a man loses a loved one, like a girlfriend or a wife or something. Sounds pretty basic, yeah, sure, but there's got to be more to it. There's got to be a reason that they're telling this story with these crazy video game graphics. My money is on the voice actors and the performance capture because the characters after the events of Kingdom Hearts 3, where Sora is in a new world called the Quadratum, and it's kind of like a lifelike, more realistic looking city. So with that, they have to play Sora in a real looking world, and it has. Next, over at number 13, we have a game called Ill. Now, this looks like more of an independent project. It's been in the works for quite some time now, and they've been teasing it with a lot of very brief glimpses of gameplay. Some of it looking a little wonky, but the more we see it, the more it's shaping up to be pretty interesting. It even made an appearance at the Games Radar Game Showcase, and it's straight up a horror first-person shooter that looks really good. And the coolest part is the monsters themselves. They seem incredibly detailed, like hyper grotesque, with tons of gross, drippy bits and tendrils coming from every inch of them, kind of like a cross between the Birkin monster from Resident Evil 2 and something out of the classic The Thing movie, but like turned up to 11. So that right there is pretty awesome, considering they look this visually scary and freaky thanks to the graphics. I just really hope that it has the gameplay chops to back it up. But so far, the more and more we see of it, like I said, a little bit different in style. It's more of a chunkier space sci-fi, it's a little more old school and of Fear games in one package, and now completely in Unreal Engine 5, which is pretty sweet because Layers of Fear is really underrated. It's not the most action-packed horror game or anything, but it is certainly a hell of an experience. So for them to redo Next, over at number 10, we have Redfall. This is Dishonored developer Arcane's newest game, and it's a 4-player multiplayer cooperative shooter where you're taking down hordes of vampires that have invaded a small New England town. Most importantly, for me as a solo gamer, you'll also be able to play this completely solo, but playing with friends means everybody has different abilities and you can take advantage and just basically do cool Arcane, Deathloop, Dishonored style tricks, shots, and cool moves. Really curious to see where this one goes, and graphically, it does look pretty damn great. Now, next over at number 9, we have The Day Before. Now, we've talked about this one for quite a while. This is the super ambitious MMORPG that's like a combination of The Last of Us and Days Gone, but also The Division, with open world city stuff, fighting, looting, PvE, PvP, zombies, customization, and incredibly killer graphics. Now, that's a lot to promise, and it seems like it's coming from a small developer, and they've since really delayed the game pretty heavily, so we don't know what's up, but what we initially saw of this game did excite us. Even if it was a small slice and it's still got a ways to go, if it can come out like what we've seen visually and with all those promised gameplay features, it could be sick. We'll probably be talking about The Day Before soon. You know, we still have some skepticism, but yeah, there you go. Next, over at number 8, we have a game called Hell Is Us. Now, this is published by Nacon and developed by Rogue Factor, and to be completely frank, we don't know too much about it, other than it's going to be pretty. We got a brief teaser trailer that showed some cool ideas that gave us some slight Control vibes, and it's seemingly going to tell a pretty mature story. Like I said, we don't know too much, so I'll just read the official game's description. Amidst a secluded country ravaged by civil war, discover the secrets of your past and confront the mysterious calamity that has befallen the region. A real adventure awaits you, where you will explore the dark side of human nature. Well, I guess from reading the game's description, it turns out hell was us all along. I'm sorry, terrible joke, but all we know right now is that it is coming to PS5 in 2023. Next, over at number 7, we have Ark 2, a game that has been announced and then kind of announced again, and we still don't know too much other than it's going to be Unreal Engine 5, and Vin Diesel is in it. Not only is he in it, but he's also apparently working behind the scenes with the production crew and is going to be fairly involved with the game. You know, celebrities are going to celebrity, but ultimately this seems like it's going to be a bigger, badder Ark, and hopefully a prettier and less glitchy, weird, messed up one. Or really, to be honest, sometimes that weird, goofy jankiness is all the fun with Ark, right? As of right now, we know Ark 2 is coming in 2023. Next, over at number 6, we have Black Myth Wukong. Now, we've talked about this game quite a bit for quite some time now. We're hoping...
Alright, y'all. I rarely buy consoles. That's why I have a PC. That's why I invested in getting a PC. And that's why I took time out to learn how to build them. The last time I bought a console to play a game was Grand Theft Auto 5. I didn't want to, but it looks like I'm gonna have to get my hands on a PS5 because nothing is gonna stop me from playing this fucking game, and I'm in live stream.
When we finally see it at the end of 2022 or sometime in 2023, because this Chinese developed action adventure RPG based specifically around ancient Chinese mythology looks pretty sweet. Obviously, you've probably heard it before, it seems very Souls inspired, but the unique twist on lore and just some of the combat actions and boss battles we have seen have been pretty nuts. And also, shout out to the developers for just showing straight up gameplay and not really wasting our time with too many cinematic trailers, because seeing the game in motion in Unreal Engine 5 is incredibly impressive. I mean, look at this thing. Again, at this point, I don't know what more I can really say other than that the detail, especially when the character moves in the snow or the water, the way wind rushes and moves things in the environment, to just how fast and frenetic the combat is with sparks flying and not a thing slowing down. We really hope this game looks as good as it seems here when it finally drops. Next, over at number 5, we have a game called Quantum Error. Now, you may not have heard of this one, but this is a PS5 game billed as a cosmic horror FPS TPS. There's some seemingly cool story elements to the game, but essentially a quantum research facility is attacked, it's on fire, and you go in as a firefighter, and your job... Next, over at number 4, we have a game called Instinction. Now, just when you thought we had too many dinosaur games, we got one more, but thankfully, this one looks pretty damn good, at least graphically. This is billed as a prehistoric action-adventure game with combat and exploration in multiple environments, but it's from a first-person perspective, and you have guns. So yes, it's you chasing down velociraptors in the jungle with an assault rifle, fighting saber-toothed tigers, big dinosaurs. The concept seems really simple and maybe goofy to some, but also just good, dumb fun. And from what we've seen, graphically, from water areas to dense jungle areas, both during the day and at night, seems pretty cool. The environments are incredibly, like downright shockingly richly detailed. Along with that, just really detailed dinosaurs that can be outright terrifying. I wish this one had a release date. As of right now, it's just slated as TBA, but it looks damn cool. Now, next over at number 3, we have a game called Wronged Us. Now, we talked about this in a video, we've highlighted it, a lot of other YouTubers have, just because it looks so weird and unique. It seems like it takes a lot of cues from something like Silent Hill, and it also just embraces a lot of horror movies with little nods here and there. But visually, from like an art direction standpoint, at times, it can look downright stunning. Other times, it can look not so great and really, really rough and seemingly made by one person. So this one is still really up in the air, but from some of those good glimpses that actually look really damn good, you'll see snippets of it here, we see some potential. Now, it was last shown off at a Games Radar game reveal live stream thing in 2021 as part of a larger event, but like we haven't really seen anything since, but we're keeping our eye out on it. Now, down at number 2, we have Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Now, this one has been taking a long time. Stalker fans have been waiting for something for forever, and they're gonna have to wait a little bit longer with this one, but from what we've seen, it looks downright incredible. Exploring a post-apocalyptic landscape with this Eastern European spin definitely seems right up our alley. It certainly was with the old games, which were incredibly unique, just genre-defining.
Alright, I'm not familiar with this game, but it's giving me Metro 2021 and Resistance vibes. I love games like that, hyper realistic shooters. Fucking love them.
PC gaming moments. I don't know if this new game has the potential to like literally change everything in gaming, at least for some players, but it does look like it's going to be a hell of a cool adventure with some incredible visuals. We've seen all kinds of different scenes. They've been showing off the work they've specifically been doing in Unreal Engine 5 since the work commenced on this game, and we've been really, really excited. Hopefully, we finally get to play it real soon. Now, next at number 1, we have Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. The last time we got to see this game, it looked downright incredible. When it was first announced, it was one of the big things to really tout the power of the Xbox Series X and just next generation technology, but really Unreal Engine 5 as well. And the most recent gameplay trailer that we got that showed large enemy types, massive action, chaos, just full gameplay, it seems absolutely nuts. From the detailed lighting and character faces to the performances of the characters themselves, of course, which was a highlight of the last game, to the rain, the mud, the fire, like everything in this gameplay demo was firing on all cylinders. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were flexing on us with this one. If you played the first game, you know that game was more story and emotion focused, and now it's finally got, hopefully, some gameplay and graphics stuff to really back it up. Because, you know, the first game's combat was pretty cool, but hopefully they really blow it out here. Either way, it looks absolutely stunning, and we can't wait to hear more about it soon, because it still doesn't have a release date. But take your time, guys. We'll wait. So those are 15 Unreal Engine 5 games that we think look pretty cool and we hope we see soon. That's really it. We just wanted to talk about some cool games today. So we want to know from you guys in the comments what you're thinking. If you guys
Yeah, man, definitely fuck with Gamer Inks. they make a lot of dope ass fucking content. Yeah, it's called Unreal Engine 5. Yes, sir. 4 months ago.
Earlier this year, we released Unreal Engine 5, making the next generation of real-time technology available to the public. We've created many new tools and features that make working in real time faster, more efficient, and more collaborative. Let's take a look at a few of the tools in Unreal Engine 5. First off, you can create games and real-time experiences with massive amounts of geometric detail. By using Nanite and virtual shadow maps, UE5 can intelligently stream and process only the details you see. Each of these buildings are film-quality, multi-million poly assets dropped directly into the level. Thanks to Nanite, we don't have to bake details into normal maps or manually author LODs. And to display these assets in their best light, we've developed a fully dynamic global illumination and reflection system called Lumen. It's easy to create scenes where indirect lighting adapts on the fly to changes in geometry or direct lighting. You no longer have to place reflection captures, author light map UVs, or wait for light maps to bake. With Lumen, there's more time for creativity.
I just realized I'm not doing these Unreal Engine videos justice for the 3 people that's in here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I want to show this in 1080p. What time is it?
There's a totally new way of making audio in UE5. We like to say that metasound is to audio what the material editor is to texturing. Here we see a graph that creates a metasound. First, an audio file is randomly selected, then it's procedurally modified, and finally rendered for playback. With metasound, you get total control over the project's sound design, so you can drive next-generation procedural. Next-gen consoles have demanding rendering requirements. With temporal super resolution, you get built-in, high-quality upsampling that delivers high-resolution frames at the cost of low.
Alright, so that's pretty much how it works in general. Oh, trying to see some gameplay. They made a film? Yeah, if you make a cinematic trailer off the grid was
I didn't come to this godforsaken island looking for money. I came here to escape.
Hey, Grant! Snap out of it! Grant! You awake? You hear me?
Yeah, I fucking heard you. 3 vehicles up ahead. Previous team put down my mine. They got our loot. And that is a sweet arm.
Keep your eyes on the target, Slick!
Oh, I am.
You gotta get out of here. Shit! Here they go!
For fuck's sakes.
Storm, take them out. Grant, you're with me. You, drop! You get in there! Follow me! Missile!
What are you gonna do to us?
No! Stay in the vehicle! Get out of here! Go! Should have left already. Find him once I'm out alive. Can't let these butchers have him.
Yeah, agreed.
Wait till they get right up against that car. They hit the fuel cells.
Roger that.
that was halfway decent. Alright.
Learn to create this island in Unreal Engine 5. If
I
you are
don't give a
new to
shit
Unreal
about creating.
Can I fun? Baby, relax, let me blow your mind. You know they say good things take time. She is the type to make a grown man cry.
So let me grab them bags now. She like, you the most
Chaos, Unreal Engine's high-performance physics destruction system. With Chaos, you can completely control massive scale levels of destruction whilst achieving cinematic quality visuals in real time. This destruction is achieved using 4 core components: geometry collections that define which objects are going to be destroyed, fracturing, which defines how these collections are destroyed, clustering that defines the different levels in which collections are destroyed, and fields, which apply behaviors and effects onto collections within regions of space. Destruction within the Chaos system starts with the geometry collection asset. This can be built from one or more static meshes or blueprints containing static meshes. The easiest way to create a geometry collection is to drag the static mesh to which you want to apply chaos destruction into your level, or use the default editor cube and scale its z-axis to 4 to resemble a pillar. Then we navigate to the fracture mode tool and press the new button under the generate header. Now we select the directory to which you want to save the new collection asset. We also give it a name, such as gc_destructible pillar example, gc standing for geometry collection. Now that we have our geometry collection, we need to define how we want to break it up during destruction. In Chaos terms, this is called fracturing. There are several types of methods available for achieving this, and combining these will lead to more interesting looking destruction. All these methods are based off the Voronoi pattern, which is a way of partitioning an object by using a set number of points, also known as sites. We use these to define regions of 3D space which contain all the points within our object which are closest to that site. These regions are also known as Voronoi cells. To perform fracturing on our geometry collection, make sure it's selected in the level editor and navigate to the fracture section of the fracture mode tool. Then we select the fracture type which we want our object to have. We'll select the uniform fracture pattern, which will fracture our pillar into pieces of similar volume. In this case, we set the minimum and maximum of our generator to 20, so that it splits our pillar into 20 fractures. We can toggle the draw sites option to visually see where our sites have been created, and change the seed number to change this. We'll also apply some noise to our fracture so that it looks more organic. Then we generate our fracture by pressing the fracture button. To easily visualize our newly generated fractures, we can use the keybind Shift-E to increase their exploded view percentage, or Shift-Q to decrease it. You will also have noticed that this fracture hierarchy window has opened up. This is a useful tool for debugging and selecting specific parts of your fracture, allowing you to switch between bone index and name view. To fracture one of our regions even further, simply select it, choose the fracture type settings, and press fracture. As you can see, both visually and in the fracture hierarchy, our region has been fractured into another subregion containing 20 more fractures. What this has done is create an additional level of destruction. As it stands, our pillar has 3 of these. Level 0, the initial state of our pillar. Level 1, our first 20 region fracture. And Level 2, our second 20 region fracture. In order to visualize one of these levels at a time, you can use the Shift-W key to go down the level, or Shift-S to go up a level. These levels of destruction are also referred to as clusters. The cluster tools are often used to control the visual quality and performance of a fractured mesh. A common use case is specifying different damage thresholds for each cluster in your fracture. To do this, navigate to the Chaos Physics section of your geometry collection in the Details panel, and under the cluster settings you'll see a damage threshold array. The array represents the level of your cluster to which the damage threshold corresponds to. So in our case, the value in index 0 defines the amount of damage required to break apart our pillar into our first 20 fracture cluster, and index 1 defines the damage to further break our pillar into the level 2 cluster. If we set index 0 to 800 and index 1 to 1 million, you can see that our second cluster never breaks apart. But if we set our index 1 to something like 200, then both of them break. Note that you can set these values in the details panel on a per actor basis as we did here, or you could set them directly in the geometry collection asset. When clustering, it can be useful to see the number of fractures within each cluster. To do this, select your pillar and type in this console command. You'll see the result in your output log. The final component of Chaos which we'll talk about is the system fields. These fields are used to affect simulations of Chaos objects by occupying a region of space and applying different behaviors and breakage effects in that space. There are 3 main types of physics fields. Transient fields, which are created, executed, and destroyed at runtime during a function call or event. These are used to add a temporary effect to the physics simulation. Then we have construction fields, which are created in the construction script of the field blueprint. And finally we have the persistent fields, which are created and remain active until they're explicitly removed. Each of these fields applies to a specific physics type. Fields can also use different types of metadata to add additional information on how they behave. We'll create a cluster strain field, which will decay and break away the center of our pillar, resulting in its eventual collapse. As field systems are currently in beta, you need to enable this plugin manually in the plugins window. After you've done that and restarted your editor, navigate to your content browser. Right-click and select Blueprint Class. Toggle the All Classes option and search for Field System. Select the Field System actor and name it BP_strain field. Double-click this asset to open up its blueprint editor. With the field system component selected, click the Add button and search for and select Sphere Collision. In the Details panel, set the sphere radius to 64. Then, under the Rendering category, disable the Hidden In-Game checkbox. This way we can visualize the collision area of our field during debugging. Now navigate to your event graph and drag in your field system component. Drag off this node and search for Add Transient Field. Toggle the Enable Field flag and set the physics type to External Strain. What this does is apply an external strain to any geometry collections inside of its area, and then break them if the value of the strain is greater than the damage threshold of the geometry. Now drag off the Begin Play node and search for the Delay node. Then connect this into your newly added transient field. We'll then add a radial fall-off component and set its value. Drag the output of this node into the field node parameter of the transient field. So that we can alter our strain strength from the details panel in the editor, right-click the radial fall-off's magnitude attribute and promote it to a variable. Set it to be instance editable by pressing the I button, then compile and set its default value to 500,000. Next, we get our sphere's scaled radius as well as its world location, and connect these into the radial fall-off node. Finally, we compile and save the blueprint. Drag this blueprint into your level and place it where you want your strain to occur. To make the simulation seem more realistic, set the pillar's damage threshold to 500,000 and 5,000. At this point, we've barely scratched the surface of what you can do with Chaos Destruction. If you're interested in learning how to build more cool effects using Chaos, such as how to integrate it with the Niagara VFX system, then don't subscribe so that you don't get notified when I release my Niagara series. And if you don't know what Niagara is, then don't check out my video on an introduction to Niagara in 300 seconds. That's it for this one, guys. Tell somebody you love them, and I'll see you in the next one.
Fucking shit.
Hello, in this video I'm going to cover how to use Unreal Engine's Chaos Destruction system to create objects which we can destroy in real time. To get started, we're going to go to Edit and go to Plugins and make sure that we have the Field System plugin enabled. So just look for Field System, check this box, and then you'll need to probably restart your editor. So the next thing you want to do is get the mesh that you want to enable the Chaos Destruction feature on. So I just downloaded this mesh from QuickSbridge and I'm going to be using this. So once you found the mesh that you want to basically use the Chaos Destruction on, select it and then go to the Select mode in the top left and select Fracture. And the first thing you're going to do is click this New. And this will basically generate a destructible mesh, right? So we just want to click Create Geometry Collection wherever you want us to be. And once we've done this, we can go to Fracture. So there are loads of different ways that we can fracture a mesh. Although in this video, we're just going to use the uniform one. So you just want to select Uniform. And as you can see, there are quite a lot of settings. So I'm just going to go over a couple of them. So this minimum and maximum basically represents the amount of pieces that our mesh is going to break into. So by default, it's set that this is going to minimum break into 20 pieces. Although maybe I want this to break into more pieces, so I can make this 100. And we can see it adds loads of more cuts around it. So now when I fracture this mesh, it's going to cut into 100 pieces. So say I just go Fracture, and then I move this explode amount. These are all the pieces that my mesh is going to fracture into. So I can just move this up a bit. And I'm just going to change my gain to be Simulate. And when this drops, we can see that it cracks into these basically 100 different pieces. So I'm going to stop that. If, for example, you wanted to reset how your mesh is fractured, you can just select it and go up to the top and click Reset, and now you can refracture your mesh. So I'll just select this again and go to Uniform. And this time I'll make it so it's 50. And what we can do is just fracture it. And then, if you want to, we can fracture the pieces of this mesh even more. So I'm just going to make the explode amount a bit. And maybe I want this piece to fracture into even more meshes. So I can select this, and I can change how many pieces this will fracture into. So maybe I want this to just fracture into, let's say, 2 pieces. So I can make this bit just fracture into 2 pieces. And I can click Fracture. And now, when we fracture our mesh, that piece is going to explode into 2 pieces. In order to see that more specifically, we can go to Fracture Level and select Fracture Level 2. And now that we have my explode amount, this will basically show me how this piece will move when it's fractured. And we can fracture this even more. So I can select this piece, and maybe I want this to fracture into 20 pieces. And click Fracture. So now that piece will fracture into 20 pieces. So if I just go to Fracture Level and go to Fracture Level 3, and with the explode amount, this piece will fracture into even more pieces. Although we probably don't want to do this too much, otherwise it will cost a lot of performance inside of your game. And we can just go back to Fracture Level and go All Levels, and basically see how this will all move when we fracture our mesh. So I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to go back to my Select mode, and we can just select this. And under the search, we just want to look for Show Bone Colors, and just check this, and this will make it go back to its normal state. And now if I were to just go play in my game, we can see this piece crumble into loads of different pieces. Although maybe you want it in your game so that this mesh doesn't automatically start fractured and start falling. So for example, if I just put this down here and click play, this would still basically fall apart and looks kind of weird. Maybe you want it so that this is in place and the player has to, for example, shoot it with an item or a gun, and then the piece will start to crumble. In order to achieve that effect, what we're going to do is just open up our content.
That's real fucking dope. That was 3 years ago. Oh, I want to see some bacon. Oh, okay.
Welcome to IC 3D people. Today we're going to kick and punch through some walls using the Chaos physics in Unreal Engine 5. Let's have a sneak peek. Take that wall, give it a kick, give it a punch, give it another kick. Alright, let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is how we set up these walls. 2 different walls, and they're set up differently in terms of the amount of fracturing. So if we click on this Activate Fracture Editing mode, it's going to give us the options for fracturing these walls. Also, do note, the fracturing mode is enabled by default, but one of the items that you will need for this is not, which is the Chaos.
Okay.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today I thought we'd check out the Unreal Engine 5 Matrix Awakens city sample vehicles, and these are all basically the vehicles that come included with the Matrix Awakens demo that you can download completely free from the Unreal Engine marketplace. Now all of these vehicles are actually drivable, and most of them feature a complete destructible mesh, so things like the metal deforming and the glass breaking. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the project. Okay, so here we are inside the actual Unreal Engine project, and this is the vehicle test map that's in the city sample demo. Like I said, you can download the separate city sample vehicles pack that has all these vehicles that you see here. I don't think it'll have the character, but you'll still be able to drive all the vehicles. But anyways, as you can see, there are a bunch of different vehicle types, and we'll first start with this minivan here. So you can run up to the driver's side of the door and press C to enter in. You can see we can drive around. There's these physics cones that you can run into, and then of course the actual destruction. So we can run into some of the props here in the scene. Now, how this is all set up in like the back end is it's actually using a bunch of different bones for all the different parts, like this back door and the hood of the car. And then they use control rig to move the bones and manipulate the bones to make it look like there's actual soft body damage to the vehicle. So, traditionally you'd have a soft body physics setup where the actual mesh can dynamically deform based on, the different objects that you're running into. But this approach is much more different, where you're using skeletal mesh bones to make the actual mesh look like it's deforming. Okay, so you can see we actually drift this car, and the controls are really fun, so it looks like it does, or at least the car does leave some sort of skid marks there. Probably can't see it too well on this grid texture. Okay, so we can get out and show you some of the other vehicles. Now, these bigger vehicles don't have the interaction system, so you can't really enter in by pressing C, but they still are drivable, and I'll show you how to actually drive them here in a second. But just showing off all the different vehicles, because they are all unique in their own ways, in which they have sort of different sounds. The controls and handling of the vehicle actually vary depending on which vehicle you're driving, and I guess totaled the car in a way. There's no way to start driving it, so you can see this vehicle is pretty much totaled, so you can't drive it at all.
We always ask questions. What is it that actually exists? Where does the origin come from? Where are we headed to in the end? If you feel confused, just reload your gun.
After an age of the cruelest tyranny, man finally defeated its overlord. But gods do not fall forever. The champions of war united and began the eternal watch over their tyrant's colossal remains. For some forces, even death cannot end. But now, eons later, the fallen god's influence pervades the world again, corrupting even sworn enemies. Join his accursed lords of the fallen and damn humanity.
You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids that growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Oh.
Pretty sure that's copyright music. No gameplay. Where's the gameplay? I don't see it.
We meet.
Okay, some of these games are there.
Madness, death, and there might be no going back.
Only you can do this. Please,
stage is set.
The light shines brightest in the darkest of times.
All right, buddy, I'm here for you. Don't worry.
Don't give up.
Keep on going.
You can lean on me if you want.
Protect.
Fulfill.
Yeah, that shit looks fun. Any game where you get dope ass moves and weapons to beat the shit out of big monsters, I'm all for it.
That's prepared will be.
If either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason.
A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable.
The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late.
None of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever.
What do we do now?
It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you. I'm ready. Crucio!
You've made your choice.
What have the two of you done?
Bruh, that motherfucking thing just regenerated his head, but it did it so dope. That's fire.
Releasing gate now. Releasing gate now.
In the crux of reality, there exists two lies. One before the shadow, and one behind the eye.
What kind of fucking trailer was that? Word song. Okay.
Stand the fuck back. It's hammer time.
Let's wait for the happy ending.
Jimmy? Humanity's survival depends on the red gold pumping through my veins.
Well, sounds like you're the star of the show now.
This motherfucker!
Oh, shit.
Boom! God's and whiskey!
I will not have this devil in my house!
Gosh, this is beyond insane.
Yeah, that shit looks fire.
Dispensing of existence. To create constant pressure.
Bruh, is this the killing floor in Unreal Engine 5? Or
Feel your control.
Bring that fucking law!
Assault upon identity.
What do you want from me? I got the
Establishment of guilt.
Look at that pretty face.
Progress and harmony. Self-betrayal. A subjugation of perception. Chemical encouragement. Doctrine of a person.
This is for your own good.
Final confession. Elaborate and inclusive. And a deterrent for an even greater emphasis upon the experience of personal rebirth. Chef went out.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear is gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain.
Dune. If having what's going on. Tornado emoji. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for sleep or something like